Okay, I'm going to show you how to go from that to that. All right, here we got our window. I'll show you. Basically, you've got solid wood on one side with the paint still on it. And then there'll be this putty stuff. It'll flake off. And then once you get down under there, there'll be these little metal, almost like cleat things. I'm sure it's probably a specialty glass thing. But what you'll do is either using a slotted screwdriver or chisel, you'll come in here and carefully pry away the pieces. And if it's an old window like this one, it either won't even be there or it'll be flaking off pretty easily. And then you want to clean down in the grooves and you'll find the little metal pieces. And those are the tricky ones. And on this window, it looks like they put two on one side and one on the other. So we'll see if we can't zoom in on this one and see getting it out. Right there. Got a tiny little metal, it'll almost be like a diamond shape. And if you can kind of push it one way and then push it the other way. Oops. Get it wiggled around a little bit. I could grab it. Some needle nose pliers. Or if I can just push it in enough that it's not in the way of the glass. Because you don't have to get the glass out in one piece. You could just measure your opening, but it's better if you get the glass out. And if you salvage some of these little metal cleaty things, you can reuse them putting your mirror in. I'm going to get that one cleat out of the way and clean out enough over here. You got two cleats still sticking out, but this one is out of the way so we can carefully slide our window pane out. And we'll hold on to that. We'll use that measurement to get the size mirror we need to put in here to take this place. We'll do that to the other three panes in here, and then we'll be ready to clean up this wood frame. It's probably loud. All right, here's a hopefully better view of that metal cleat thing that we saw earlier. And now that the glass is out of the way, we can grab it. I said we could. Boink, and pull it out. There you see, let me see if I can get the camera to focus on it. It's that tiny little piece there. And you hold on to those to use them later to hold the mirror in. Alright, there we have. Got our window frame all cleaned up. Well, got the windows out of it, don't have it cleaned up yet. Got it ready to strip off some of this old layers of paint. Should work out nicely. Probably trim off the edges where the ropes used to be. But now we've got our 4 window panes. I'll hopefully take this to the mirror shop and they can cut us up some mirrors. Or if you've got the ability to cut your own mirrors, you can cut them and have them ready to put in here. Well, on to the next step. Make sure you've got your safety glasses, some gloves, maybe even some hearing protection. Now that we've gotten the glass and the clips out of the frame, we're going to use a putty knife or paint scraper knife, scrape up some of those. Or you could use something like a wire wheel, even a little wire cut brush. And we'll follow it up with some sanding. We want to get this down to bare wood. And then I might even be using the Dremel to get down in some of these intricate spots there. Just keep that molding look. We've got quite a bit ahead of us to get all this done, but we'll get started and do it. Okay, we've got our window frame prepared. Got most of the paint scraped off, got it sanded down smooth. Got this Crackle Creations kit. It comes with the 2 cans of paint. What you have to do is spray on the base coat first, and then the top coat, and then it's supposed to get you a crackly finish like that. So we're going for like an antique finish. So we're going to spray this bottom coat on after Dominic shakes it and see how it looks. Okay, now it's time for the top coat of the Crackle Creation stuff. This is dried for, they say, at least an hour. So it's been about 2 hours now. All right, we'll let that dry and see how it works.
Might fall, Daddy. Because when I climbed up there, there was a little bit of water. So I might fall.
I'll try to be careful.
Made it. Again.
Wait, you going down the curvy slide?
I only went that.
Well, you better be quick this time because I'm coming behind you. Watch where you're going. All right, you can see here. I'll focus up. We got some of the nice antique crackle look stuff going. From our paint, I had to do a second application because I didn't read the instructions. You've got to put the second layer on thick to get it to crackle up. But it looks pretty good, and from afar it really looks good, so that's what we're going for mainly. Now, what we're going to have to do is put in the mirror pieces, which I got from a local place Furniture City glass and mirror. Very helpful. I was able to just take those in and get the mirrors cut. And we're also going to be using the little diamond pieces that we took out. And I'll probably use some hot glue to put it in there as well, just to make sure it holds in place. I'll flip this over. Now, with it being an old window, one of these was narrower than the rest. So make sure test fit some of the pieces before we put them all in. So what we're going to be doing is taking these original pieces, whatever they're called, and pushing them back into the wood. Now, to keep from scratching the back side of your mirror, I'm going to use just a business card I got from the glass place and placing that right up against the edge. And then you'll put that down on the edge there. And then I've got me a slotted screwdriver that I have, come on, focus, made a little cut in. So it's like a little V. What I'll do is I'll put that up against the edge of that. And get my finger in the way so you can't really see what's happening. Not that I'm doing that on purpose. Just to get it started. Right there. Push that in. There you go. And pull the card out, and it's there. On my windows, we've got, like we took them out, there'll be one down here, one up here, and then one over there. The house these windows came out of was built in the 1870s. So, I'm sure whoever put these in the first time is not around, but they still are, so we'll use them. And then, as I said before, we're going to use a glue gun and just hot glue gun, I should say, thermal adhesive, and we'll put some glue around the edges. Just to help hold everything in. I'm just going to be using some standard picture frame hardware, little screw eyes and some cable. Be stringing it up here so I can hang it up. I'll be using those hooks, 2 of them, to mount it up to the wall.